Hey, friend. Acts Church has been on an interesting journey the last few years, haven't we? A couple years ago, we felt like God asked us to buy our first building and to plant an anchor in this community, increase in influence, say we're going to be here, right? To continue being a light in this area. This building in and of itself was a miracle, a building that fit our needs, that was not for sale, being sold only to us. Amazing. And then this year has been, kind of chaotic. As we were doing all this building, we found out that we could not extend our contract on the place we rent and that we had to be out this fall. That's where we kind of put the hammer down and we're like, man, we have to go. We have to get this building done. We have to get it finished up right away so that we have a place to go this fall. And that brings us to this moment right now where I kind of have like good news, bad news, good news, okay? Good news is, man, we are going to continue to burn through all this work. We have a lot to do, and we have $185,000 in the bank to accomplish the rest of this work over the next few months. But the bad news, when we total up everything we have to pay for, all the materials, and then some of the contractors we had to hire to be able to get this done in time, that totals up to $275,000, which leaves us $90,000 short to be able to finish this step of the project. I started praying and thinking, God, what do we do in this moment? What do we do to be able to figure this out? Do we step back? And I felt like God wasn't saying step back. It was like, step forward. You need to build the church. You need to get it finished. Now, I told you, good news, bad news, good news, because you're like, where's the other good news? The other good news is that we have someone else in our church who really, really believes this is the case. In fact, they said, we need to finish building his church and get into this space. We need $90,000. I will match dollar for dollar every dollar that's donated to build his church this month up to $45,000. I will give up to $45,000 if the rest of the church can match that other $45,000 and fill this gap. I'll match every single dollar that's donated. Now that's good news. So this is my ask to you in this moment. Would you pray and ask God if you're meant to contribute at this time? As we find ourselves at this gap that we need to jump, that we need to make, I wonder if as you stopped and you prayed, God would say, here is something that I think you should give to make this a reality. I never want anyone to give because they're coerced or because they feel pressure. But I wonder if God hasn't been giving you something, setting something aside so that you can be part of this moment to fill this gap so that we don't get caught off guard and instead can jump past this gap to finish building his church. There's a few ways you can do it. At the end of this month, August 27th, on that Sunday, on our weekend services, we're taking like a physical final push offering where we're actually taking up an offering to finish this out. Right now, if you want to give, you can actually go to actschurch.com/give, select Build His Church. Anything given this month to Build His Church is going to get matched. Or if you'd like, of course, on buildhischurch.org, where we actually have like our shopping site of everything we need, everything is now 50% off because of the match. So you can go there. Maybe you even want to select and say, this is what I want to contribute to this. My ask to you is, again, just would you pray and would you ask God if there's something that he would have you give? All of us want to be part of something that leaves a legacy. And when we see Jesus doing something, joining in with it is how we know we leave a legacy behind. I believe Jesus is building his church, and I believe this is a great opportunity for us to build his church together.